A wonderful session. I was happy to hear how our business association actually are working together in order to make Moldova competitive on an international level. Now we are moving to the ICT panel, and we are happy to have a sector overview as well as 5 pitching companies. This being said, I'm glad and proud to present this panel. My name is Marina Bzovi, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Association of ICT Companies. As I said earlier, over 70 years ago, we didn't know what internet is. We didn't have it next to us. But now we can't imagine our life without a smartphone or a telephone. Well, Moldova is taking really advantage of the ICT sector, but more details about it and how we work as a country will tell you Mr. Secretary of State Vitalie Tarlev, who is representing the Ministry of Economy, and he will come with an overview about the sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you, everybody, for dedicating a special panel for the IT sector. It's quite difficult to interfere and to come to develop this idea after actually 2 days of speaking about one of the best cases, Moldova IT industry, and about the ICT dedicated policy we're applying here in Moldova. But nevertheless, I have the chance to give you all the facts you need in order to once again to believe in that idea that Moldova has restarted as an ICT destination, that Moldova is an innovation destination, and Moldova really is building an ICT-centric innovation ecosystem. So I'll try just to bring facts. So when Prime Minister yesterday mentioned that we are growing year by year from 30 to 50%, this growth rate is one of the highest not only in Moldova but at global level. IT industry is growing very fast and is growing where the government is applying dedicated policies. You can see here on the presentation that the industry in the last few years actually doubled. In 4 years, the industry came from 8 billion lei to 15. Half of this industry actually from 2 billion to 6. This is the growth of the IT industry specifically. So from 0.8 in GDP, just in 4 years, IT industry took 3.11 rate. It's a very dynamic growth. Actually, this growth changed the structure of exports of Moldova. You can see here in the second chapter, the share of IT in general ICT exports is growing very fast, but the IT products and services are taking over, and this is dedicated to this community. I will use many times we during this presentation, and I mean administration, at the same time I mean the community, both development partners and entrepreneurs, associative community, all together we did this. So, it doesn't happen just overnight. IT industry is not created in a country overnight. We used to be a country which exported, during Soviet era, about 30% of GDP was on electronics. For many of you, it's a very new feature or characteristics of Moldova. But nevertheless, Moldovans every time liked or were fond of innovation, of technology, of smart things, and what happened today with IT industry is actually a continuation, a restart of that characteristic of my people. So in this case, with dedicated policy, we just reactivated these national characteristics, and what we did, actually we applied a dedicated strategy, Digital Moldova 2020, which was inspired from best cases, best world cases and European practice on stimulating the innovative sector. We actually succeeded to develop, to implement 2 dedicated strategies on IT industry competitiveness. So now we are working on implementation of the second document in this line. we succeeded together to promote and to have the parliamentary vote on a dedicated model for IT parks, for IT visa, for changing the structure of school curricula for digital innovation. And we succeeded, during last few months, we succeeded to put in focus a digital economy strategy, and we are working very hardly, and deliverables are coming one after one nowadays regarding the penetration of IT technologies, innovation in different economical vertical sectors. Here I have another side of the IT industry. When we are speaking about ecosystem evolutions, we have to have in mind the physical infrastructure. What we have in Moldova in order to provide as support for developing content. Content is secondary, the primary is network. So now 4% in GDP is to networks, to telco industry, 3% already very close to a half is content. Services, products, software, trainings, and so on and so on. So all is based on infrastructure. And from this point of view, Moldova is in first 4 countries in the world by the affordability of or accessibility of gigabit internet, which is a very good characteristics for doing IT business here in the country. For consuming IT products, Moldova also is in top 10 countries for broadband affordability. Most of the population have access to broadband internet, is using it, and the rate of usage is about 80%, which is about, again, digital friendship and nation which is inclined or which tends to use those products to produce add value based on this. More than that, physical presence or points of presence of fiber optics is covering 98% of the territory of the country, 98% coverage or accessibility of 4G internet, which is mobile broadband internet, and so on and so on. Strong and reliable physical infrastructure for information society is what business needs, it's what society needs in this regard. We heard many things about the Moldova IT parks these days. This is about changing the approach of the government in this regard. And yesterday, His Excellency Ambassador Hogan, US Ambassador Hogan, mentioned that this is actually one of the most innovative laws in this regard as an approach, as a dedicated treatment of innovative industry. So the trigger was the lowest tax in the region. And after that came new strong and strong points in order to make Moldova most competitive country in this regard in the region. So virtuality is just one of the future. Lowest taxes is another one. Simplify it at the level we could to simplify the interaction with authorities. So how it helped us? It helped us to be one of the most attractive countries in the region. I don't want to skip this slide. This is about how 7% flat tax substituted, actually came instead of a wide range of taxes and made it simple, made it competitive. As an effect, we, and again, it's not the effect. This is a list of the eligible activities, but Natalia, which is administrator of the Moldova IT Park, actually yesterday showed. You'll have this presentation in the materials provided to the participants. It will be available online. This is a list of eligible activities, which is one of the most advanced in the region. It includes even the ICT-based R&D, even the big data processing, even the creative arts, and so on, even educational projects. As an effect, here we have more than 600 companies which are residing there for 2.5 years, and we have a very high rate of new companies, new created companies there. and why it came up that 2/3 of the companies residing in the Moldova IT parks are new created companies, because we gave, or the government of Moldova gave to this community what many of the advanced nations gave only to startups. We gave to an entire industry, to IT industry, and everything is based on ICT innovation. So this is one of the major effects, together with the rate of growth, which I showed you in the first slide. So we moved from a linear growth to an exponential growth in this industry, and now the next level is to qualitative growth of this industry. We don't want anymore to sell on our brains for cheap. We want to grow qualitatively, and the quality of products have to raise with the support of investors. Please come to Moldova, invest, pay more, and give to our IT community better jobs, better trainings, and more interesting, vibrant life, professional life, here, home, in the Republic of Moldova. Here you'll find in this presentation, but it's up to you to study by yourself what we are doing in the framework of digital economy, but this is about digitizing, deeper digitizing the interaction with the authorities. This is about remote activities, this is about e-commerce, and so on and so on.
Mr. Tarlev, can we conclude the ICT?
Yes, I'm concluding. I have a few more seconds. So, Digital Innovation and Tech Startups Supporting Fund, which is what is coming next. Government is ready, is going to very soon to invest direct money in this regard before the seed fundings are coming to the market. Here you'll find more and more regarding our next agenda. This is described for those who is looking for specific information regarding what are the specific objectives. But nevertheless, Moldova, as a conclusion, is one of the best destinations now in the region for doing IT business, and Moldova can meet the expectation of the investors. We showed it up in many times, and we are ready to show it again. Thank you.
I actually wanted to address a question. Can we conclude that Moldova is the most competitive in the region for the IT industry?
We think so, and we are trying to prove that this is one of the very attractive destinations in the region, and it is combined with, which makes a difference in the region. We are combining IT with many industries, and yesterday you even saw that how we are combining this with wine industry, exactly, and with creative industry, and so on and so on. So digital IT is just an ingredient which investors are looking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we are moving actually to the pitching sessions, and we have 5 companies which are going to present their products and the ideas that they have within the company. We are going to start with Alexandru Cebotar, who is a telecom specialist and also founder of AVO, who the team is actually working for a roaming solution and providing better services on an international market and making roaming more affordable. By the way, they're also working with eSIMs, and Alex will tell you more details about it.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Marina, for presentation. Basically, you told the most part of my presentation. I decided to start with this slide. Probably most of you already saw it. It's representing how the crisis is evolving, that after disaster, all the time it comes recovery, and then after the recovery, due to the exponential growth, it comes with a more resilient future for any area or any industry where the crisis happened. One of the most affected industries after the COVID crisis is travel, and I would like to show you a few figures how it evolves before that. As you may see, it was a dramatic growth since last year, and please pay attention for the regions as Europe and Asia Pacific. As you may see, they get almost 80% from all international traffic around the world, and even now Taking in consideration that in these regions there are strict travel restrictions, right now we have more than 35% of travel traffic comparative with the previous year, and it's continued to growing. We believe that after the COVID vaccine will become affordable for large masses, it will continue to grow exponentially. So, as Marina mentioned, we are travel-related startup, and here is a few more numbers. According to research for US B2B companies, they spend more than $31 billion per year just for travel for their employer. And besides the flights and hotels, one of the important part of their expenses are roaming charges. And here where we come. We are doing a global roaming solution, which are providing affordable connection around the world. Taking into consideration the whole global market, it's estimated about $70 billion, and the part where we are acting is alternative roaming provider markets, which are now estimated at $10 billion per year. So let's talk about how usually people are saving money on roaming. The most effective way is to buy local SIM cards or stay connected to Wi-Fi hotspots, and then using messengers to be connected with the families, with the friends, or the partners. And to help those people, we build a SIM-free app, which helps customers to get cheap data connections, avoiding any local SIM card or physical SIM card, avoiding dependency on the Wi-Fi hotspots, and also having a very good connection worldwide. It's based on eSIM technology, which allows us to upload remotely to customer device virtual SIM cards. In this way, helping them to avoid the queue in the SIM stores or any physical contact with the other peoples, which from our point of view is very important in actual conditions, taking into consideration the COVID crisis. We are targeting, first of all, the frequent flyers, which have a heavy data consumption during their travel, and also they are using now a SIM device. Our main competitors, we divided them in a few domains. One of the main competitors are mobile carriers with regular roaming solution. The second one are international SIM cards, and the third one are local SIM cards provider. There is also a few more companies which are working in the same area with us, but we are confident that due to our expertise and due to our used technical features, we are able to get the biggest part of this pie. Also, important thing is that big company also are interested in this area, and Google Fi, the telecom company working just in US right now, also started a similar project, and there is another one, TruePhone, which raised $30 million in the April this year at a valuation of $410 million. Our traction, we launched the EVO SIM-free app 3 months ago, and so far we have almost 1,000 customers. We start generate some revenue, and we continue to grow and connect more telecom companies in our family to be able to provide a better connection with the lowest prices. We are not new in this market, and a few years ago we launched a mobile app which allows customers to keep their mobile number alive or active to receive incoming calls, even if they change the SIM card in their phone. It's active now for customers from 20 countries, and we have now more than 35,000 users. Our unitary economics for the SIM-free app, it's looking like that, and we understand that it's just the primary numbers, and we will continue to work to improve the retention of our customers and to reduce the cost of acquisition. This is how we see our future for the next 2 years. We expect that at the end of 2020 we will generate a revenue $11 million per month, and hopefully having your support in investment or connections with travel industry or other telecom, we will reach this goal. So if you're interested in investing in us, or at least discuss with us, or you maybe know someone for the travel or telecom industries, please feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to discuss with you, and who knows, maybe we'll build something very, very big. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, so much for your pitch. I actually had some questions for you.
Okay.
We know very well that roaming is, in a way or another, in the telco industry. Does the telco industry see you as a threat? Are you a competitor to them, or rather a partner?
We are both.
Okay.
So we're and partners and competitors, and it's depending on from which point of view are you looking. As you may see, in some regions, they happen that roaming roaming prices are going down due to regulation, as it happens in Europe. And in this way, telecom companies are looking for other ways to bring their revenue on higher level as it was before, here where we come and bring them more customers. From other way, of course, we in a way compete with them, but in the same time, we not just compete, but bring them the revenue, the revenue streams.
Exactly. You also mentioned about eSIMs or free SIM. We know as well that the phones which are on the market right now, the average is generally not having an eSIM fundamentals or applications or usage. Is there any way that this could work as a threat for you, or you see it as the future of the industry?
Actually, the technology of eSIM is quite new. It was like launched a few years ago, and now the number of eSIM capable phones are more than 500 million, and it continues to grow. So actually, any new phone coming on the market, okay, from Apple at least, it comes with eSIM. We know that Samsung, Huawei, Motorola, and a few more companies also launching their new phones with this eSIM technology inside. So we expect that in 2 years, the number of phones with this will grow up to 2 billion worldwide. So we are looking in the future. And in 5 years, I'm sure that it will be like common thing.
Great. Thank you so much for your pitching, and thank you for being with us. I hope the investors which are looking for us will definitely get in touch with you, since you have all the details of contact. Now we're moving to the next pitching, and it's coming from Vote Me Up, which is going to be presented by Artur Gureu, who is the CEO of the Vote Me Up, but he's also known for Granat and being a community builder, as well as the leader of Rocket and an activist for the startup community. He will tell you more about the Vote Me app, which is actually an app for voting used in different areas of activities, including in the boards of directors and general assemblies. It's an interesting and new innovative application which was created in Moldova, but I'll let Artur to give you more details.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Marina, for the introduction. Today I'm presenting Vote Me Up. And Vote Me Up is a decision-making tool. It's an online voting platform that we're building for the past year. And for the past 12 months, we actually had a growth of around 7% week by week in terms of number of votes. It's a very interesting and hot topic now. I would like to start first with congratulating you and Invest Moldova agency for putting together such a great event and for the opportunity to present at this event. So, what are the problems that we are facing now? And we think that elections and decision-making is actually one of the biggest problems. And you could see easily what's happening in the media. We just had a very interesting elections in the United States, and actually one of my first messages addressed to investors around the world, Moldova is the place to look more right now, not only for our startup, because you can feel a vibe of positive transformation, of change, and that's very, very good. So what are the problems with the decision making? So basically what democracy tells us is that voters should be represented by candidates. But in reality, is this really how elections work? Because there are a lot of filters that are influencing and altering the process of decision making. And I would actually say it's corrupting the process, it's altering the process, because voters are not always represented and they are not heard by the candidates. Why it's happening? Happening because there are large donors, also known in media like oligarchs, and they are influencing the candidates. And the candidates, instead of listening to the people they represent, they consider and they prioritize the interest of the large donors. And we see that actually a very small minority of the people, they have a huge influence on the policy making. And there was a study done by Princeton University that showed that even if there are an anonymous position of people in a certain country that they want regulation in some areas, it will not happen because it's not in the interest of large donors, and we want to change that. What we are doing is we're developing a mobile application that will simplify and we make decision making easy. We are understanding that large states will not rush into adopting this type of technology because, first of all, it's a cultural thing. But we are targeting groups of people. We are targeting communities. We are targeting professional organizations because it's easy to observe the same problems not only for the city level or state level, but for any type of organization who have, for example, a board of 60 people, a board of 200 people, or maybe there is an association that have to bring together 2,000 people. And especially now during the pandemic, this is one of the main barriers why people are not meeting, why they are not communicating, why they are not collaborating to basically advance the mission and the objectives that bring them together. Right now, Vote Me Up is used by professional associations. It's used by groups and communities around the world. And actually, I'm happy to also announce that we signed before the elections an agreement with one of the biggest party in Moldova, and we are looking forward to help them with the process of internal decision making. So what is our offer for communities? One of the biggest problems in e-voting technology is actually the identity, and Facebook have done a big move forward, basically educating us that we have also a digital identity, not only our identity or a state identity. So what we came up is a unique solution that is simplifying this, and we make sure that the process is not rigged or altered by using a simple trick like doing a selfie and confirming the mobile phone number. It's decentralized and transparent. It actually enabled the power of recommendation. We can see that recommendations are changing all the industries. You can look that when you are using a taxi, you're asked to give a recommendation. Where you're traveling, you're also giving a recommendation. So we think that the trust is the most important thing for recommendation. It leads to the increased engagement and group participation. This is a tool that is giving an equal chance to both boys and girls, and actually our traction are showing us that the winners of our competitions and elections are more often female leaders, not exactly like only men, and this is something that we are glad to contribute. And also we have encrypted data protection. So the first question that I said at the beginning, are actually elections free? Well, with Vote Me Up, they are free because this is just one of the 4 systems that we are offering for our clients. It's called the free vote. And it's called the free vote because it's actually free to organize an election for free. Because people, they can decide on paying us or seeing how much they want to pay only after the elections are finalized. It's functioning and it's inspired by the PageRank algorithm used by Google, and Google is a worldwide leader in search business. We think that it's a perfect algorithm, and we adjusted it to elections. Basically, in this algorithm, everybody can vote for everybody, so I'm not limited to give my vote only for one person. I can distribute my trust among more people, and in the end, the person that will be selected by the group, it will have actually the highest trust in the group. But as I said, we have also alternative forms of voting that have been developed by us among the way, especially during the last year, talking with business associations that needed a solution to simplify their decision-making. So specifically for them, we integrated basically a SaaS dashboard that can respond to their necessity and their needs. So we integrated the live conference. We can do this in type of integrations with the platforms like Zoom. We have an interactive chat where people can discuss real time. We designed different level of access. You can have some public or private discussions and votes with multiple issues on the agenda, real-time display of the results, and most importantly, at the end of the elections, at the end of the decision-making procedure, you have a protocol, a digital signed protocol that is basically like a legal proof of the decisions that have been taken during the meeting. So we are now active in more than 12 countries. I'm happy to represent also here a digital communication network that was the first organization that basically inspired the development of Vote Me Up. It's an old idea. Vitaly had this idea 13 years ago when we were only meeting the first startup community members of Moldova. We have been collaborating since then a lot of time, starting the Twitter revolution, and after that, the numerous conferences and opportunities, not only in Moldova, but around the world. We currently have, as I said at the beginning, week-by-week growth of around 7% in terms of number of votes. And why we are counting the vote as the most important KPI? Because we are following a pattern. Around 5% of the people who are taking part in an elections, they are deciding after that to basically buy their rank. So they either want to see what are their position in the rank, they want to see if they are on the 5th place or maybe 25, and also they can pay Vote Me Up to see what are the top 3, top 5, top 10, and so on. This is the evolution of our platform for the last year. I'm super happy to announce that in the last 2 months we had a spike that was generated also by the fact that we changed and we worked a lot on our platform, and it's more easily discovered in search inquiries, especially for the most important keywords. We introduced also some very interesting and innovative artificial intelligence suggestions. Maybe some of you know about the technology called the GPT-3. We have 2 business models. The first one is dedicated to the free vote algorithm that I was presented a little bit earlier. You can see the top classification. You can see your position in the rank, but also because we have a very interesting like decision dynamics, so we can also generate a social graph of any organizations, and you can actually see in that social graph what are the most important and trusted elements of the group. And for organizations, we have a meeting protocol with the live conference integration with Zoom, with real-time results, analytic, and data visualization. So this is us. We are both experienced entrepreneurs, I would say. We met each other like 14, 15 years ago, and we are happy to be the team of Vote Me Up. This is a picture from the event that we organized last month. It was a hybrid event, just like this one, where we talked about the future of democracy. And the challenge is very big and important for us. We know it will not be easy, but we are super motivated, dedicated, and we think that we are equipped with the right experience and skills to advance it further. For the past months, we did numerous experiments. We tried to see exactly where our tool would be of maximal utility. We choose digital communication leadership in various countries using Vote Me Up. Last week, the youth parliament, the young parliament of Moldova used it to take decisions. We had extraordinary collaborations with outlets like VIP magazine to select the person of the year. And we already have long-term contracts in place with organizations and political parties. What is our immediate actions? We want to make decision-making easy for at least 100 organizations. So if you think that your organization can benefit from a tool like ours, please do reach out to us. We want to find and empower trusted leaders in 100 communities. There are tens and hundreds of groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and other platforms, and we can help them. And also, long-term, in 5, 7 years, 10 years, we want to change the culture of voting in the future, and I think something is telling me that the diaspora will be very, very happy about this. So that would be all. At this point, we are looking to meet and work with the investor with the high integrity and the high reputation, because after all, we are in the business of trust. And for us, it's important to partner with the right investor. And our mission is to empower and to work for trusted leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Artur, so much. We actually received also a question from the audience, but I'll ask you to answer in 3 words. How are you different from other global solutions which are being used on the global market?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. So before everything is the proof of identity. As I said, it's very important to make sure that nobody, because people are scared of things that they don't understand. And with a very secured voting device in our pockets, with mobile phones, we actually have this. And we want to promote this culture. So the first thing is the proof of identity. And the second thing, it's our digital innovation, I would say, to actually remix the way Google works for search, for democracy, and we came up with this free vote because everybody is saying that votes should be free and equal, but we actually can see that the voting is not free, and decision-making is often a very complicated, complex, and expensive form of decision-making, and we want to solve that.
And the third? So we have proof of, you said 2, and the third would be the third word, what makes you different from different solutions?
What makes us different?
I think it's because you are from Moldova.
Absolutely. I think that us being from Moldova is actually equipping us better and made us more resilient to face the challenges in the world. Because, as I said, we are in this, dealing somehow with these problems for years. And we are investing all our diligence and experience in providing this type of solution.
Thank you so much, Artur. We are moving to the next pitch, and we are moving to Dumitru Cioric, who is a digital entrepreneur. He's also the co-founder of several media companies in Moldova. He's the business development director of Fagura and also a shareholder of Agora.md. He also owns the biggest Telegram channel about Moldova in our country. He will tell you more about Fagura, who's also one of the impressive companies that we have in our country and which is focused on crowdfunding. But more will tell you Dumitru about Fagura and their ideas.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the invitation, for the opportunity to share the word about our great startup. A couple of years ago, one of our team members went to the bank and applied for a loan. It took him more than a week to get the money. A lot of paperwork, a lot of wasted time, a lot of formalities. In that moment, we asked ourselves, can we change something about that? And we decided, yes, we can. That's how we came up with the idea of building the first P2P lending platform in Moldova, born in Moldova, but which we hope we will expand in other countries also. Fagura is a platform where we want to bring a lot of people, where you can make simple loans and smart investments. We believe that in the future, people will manage online their financial life. Our mission is to develop a P2P financial social network, a digital bank, where people can invest, can borrow, or transfer money from one person to another. Our solution is very simple. On one, we thought to connect those people, borrowers looking for lower interest rates and investors looking for more consistent returns. That's why we thought about a formula which is more convenient than microfinance, speaking here about borrowers, and which brings more consistent returns for investors. And you can see the figures on your monitor. Fagura model is different than the traditional model. In the traditional one, the biggest winners are the banks. They take the biggest commissions. In Fagura's model, the biggest wins go to the people which are present on the platform. One of the heart of our platform is our system, which we've trained, which has elements of artificial intelligence and is doing a lot of amazing stuff. The decision about granting a loan or not is being taken in just 1 second. In this second, the system analyzes more than 18 criteria: demographic data, net income, credit history. Our platform connects to all the public registries with information available, and inside the platform, during 1 second, our system provides a scoring for each person. We address millennials, first of all, from Moldova, and then we will expand in Romania. We target about 13 million people, borrowers, and about 11 million people which have bank deposits. A lot of money just stay in the banks and don't get any profits for the owners. And we want to change that. Our business model is very simple. We take a commission of 3% from borrowers and 2% from investors. We expect to reach the break-even in the next 3 years, and you can see in the presentation how that line is climbing very fast at the total loans value projection that we've made. Today, we have more than 16,000 borrowers' accounts from Moldova registered on the platform. We have received more than 4,000 loan requests in about 1.5 years, and we have approved more than 400 of them. Today, we're happy to announce that we have reached the milestone of 200,000 euro, which were invested through Fagura. The approval rate is 9%. You can see how the total loans granted through our platform increased, especially in the last year. And we expect it to skyrocket in the next year also. Today, we are raising money, and I'm happy to make a very important announcement for us. We are in the process of closing a deal with an investment at 1 million euro evaluation. So that means in the next weeks, I hope we'll close the deal, and 3% from Fagura shares will go to very willing and very nice investors. But we don't stop here. For the next period, we need more funds. We want to expand in Romania and also in other countries. We expect to raise more than 1 million euro in the next couple of years for future development and scaling the business. All of this would have not been possible without a great team. We know each other for more than 10 years. We have managed successfully 2 business exits, and we've invested already in Fagura more than 200,000 euro. cash, and sweat equity. So I want to thank all my colleagues who put their knowledge to reach these milestones. At the end of my presentation, a short glimpse about the prizes Fagura won in the last year. It was named among the top 3 best fintechs in Romania, brand of the year in Moldova, and our CEO, Tudor Darie, was named Man of the Year in Fintech in Moldova. So if you want to make smart investments, we are waiting you on the platform. If you are an investor looking to maximize your returns, Fagura is the place you need to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Dumitru, so much for your pitch. We also have some questions for you. And please let me know how much time did it take for your team to construct this product?
That situation I have described at the beginning of my presentation when my colleague went to the bank. It happened in 2016.
Okay.
So in 2017, we've started working on the platform. So it took us more than 3 years already.
Great.
We've launched the platform officially the last year in spring. So the figures you have seen in the presentation are related to the activity of 1.5 years.
I see. And we know and we see that people want the product. Do you have an idea how much it is wanted on Moldovan market versus other markets?
We are receiving a lot of requests from Romania also, but we are not ready to go to Romania at this point, as we have some great features that we want to offer in Moldova, test them, and for the next year, our plan is to expand in Romania, probably in the second part of the year. So a lot of requests, about half of the requests that we are receiving right now are from Romania, but we have not opened the channel yet.
It's going to happen in the nearest future, I'm sure about that. Thank you so much for the pitch and for answering our questions. Stay with us till the end, because we have more pitches coming. The next one is coming from DAS, who is a Moldovan team which builds, designs the most and the really interactive and interesting products on the finance, telecom, e-health market. They work on Moldovan market, but also on international one. Therefore, their team of specialized professionals are the best suited for different areas of IT services. This being said, I'm inviting Elena Zamsha, who's the CEO of DAS Solution, to present you the next speech and give you more details about DAS.
Hello, everybody. I had a dream. I wanted really to see this country prosperous. Being outside of the country for many years, I was not able to see or to get or to understand how many resources, talented resources, we have in the country. Coming back in 2013, me, myself, and the partners, we understood that there is a huge work done until now. And there is a lot of job to be done in future to bring to the country, to be known the ICT as a major exporter, and to contribute to the international society of the ICT. In 2013, we came up with the DAS solutions, having more than 15 years of experience being abroad. We were working, and we knew that there is a huge potential for us. Our people can be not only farming in ICT, but they can be contributors. They can contribute with good ideas, and they contribute to our clients' ideas. DAS Solutions was the concept of DAS Solution was not to develop only an ICT or outsourcing company. We've developed a network of companies and ideas and modules that are contributing to our philosophy. We have DAS Solutions with an outsourcing activity, DAS Telco, which is a spin-off that came up from our knowledge that we developed in the company, the DAS Foundation that we've developed since we are coming from the research field, and the other projects as Digital Hub and own products that we developed. Let's go through that. The DAS solution is the code you trust. That was the mission, and that was the idea that we were trying to promote to our clients at the beginning. Since that time, we have clients during the 5-7 years being with us with no stop of the contracts. Our story came as like we were having experience in software development. We wanted to bring something new into the country and to bring something new into a team that will provide not only software development, but also innovative ideas into the development. Our team right now consists of 50+ software developers and the rest or the members of the team. We are very classic in technologies since we, during the years, developed knowledge in the fields like fintech, insurtech, e-health, and telecom. The solution in numbers, during the years, we had more than 40 projects. Our in-house products are now counting 6. We have more than 30 clients and employees that I've mentioned earlier. The key projects, I can divide them in 2 big classes or categories. The first one are the projects and the knowledge that we developed since the market was in a need. The fintech and insurtech. We, as being known on the Moldovan market, being the biggest integrators in the insurtech field. And the e-health, the telecom, the co-founders of the company, we developed many projects outside the Moldova, and we came up with the knowledge, and we wanted to develop this also in the country. The business model, we are classic, we are fully agile in the company. We are providing software development, following the agile methodology. We have the cooperation models. We are covering like from time and materials, dedicated teams, till to fixed price, project-based. As I've mentioned, we are agile. I'm lucky to mention that together with my partners, we've decided at the end of the first year to not extract money from the company. We've invested them in our own products. Here we are after 4 years having more than 5 products in the company. And our customers, at the same time, we're growing as an area, but we are mainly focused on Europe. How we were able to reach the results that we have now. This is the sales power. It's the power of our people. And on the slide, you can see a small part of our team. And I would like to thank you, everybody in the company that were being with us during the years, and to the sales team that were dedicated, and we've developed a network, having a DAS sales representative, a DAS sales team in Moldova, and the sales representative contracts outside of the Moldova. The DAS Telco is one of our that we are proud of. This is the project, this is a spin-off that came up from DAS Solutions. We've developed during the years, and we've investing in our products together with our partners, with some investors, and we came up when DAS Telco is a CPaaS enable, a spin-off of DAS Solution. This is really a success story of us that we are proud of. More than that, in the previous month, the DAS CPaaS platform has been recognized as best value for money platform for SMS wholesale and enterprise messaging by more than 160, which is one of the leading messaging consultancy companies globally. The DAS Telco solutions that we are presenting, and we are coming with them on the market right now, is the SMS wholesale platform, enterprise messaging platform, CPaaS unified communication, and cloud number portal. These are the products that we are developing in the company, and they were designed to enable service providers to achieve success in the SMS wholesale, in the CPaaS, in the enterprise messaging, and we are not focused only on big corporations that have a huge amount of the SMSs that they are working. We are offering solutions to the small, medium, and large corporations. So somehow we are coming with a solution that might be adjusted to the needs of our clients. More than that, we are covering the idea of raising the country and raising the ICT in the country. And we came up with the Digital Transformation Hub project, where we promoting the idea of an IT academy, but that will not be an IT academy where we are growing people that would like to do the IT. We would like to involve people that are in the connected fields, that to develop their skills, to enter the ICT into their daily work. And they will be able to use it and to be more performant. Also, we are doing the requalification, and we are promoting the IT job creation field. So we are empowering and we are welcoming our partners across Moldova, and we would like to extend this project outside, where people from Moldova would be able to enter into the IT job field. And we are eco-friendly. So our office is located in, is the only office of IT company that's located in the forest, and we are taking care of the forest around of us. And this Digital Transformation Hub, I will give you a, I'll give you a picture of it. That's how it will look like. The smallest building is our current office, but the biggest one is that we will build, and we would like to do it around of gaining or bringing people into it. Because not only writing code is the ICT, and we would like to go from this idea, like, do not keep this idea. The innovation is the scope of bringing people here, and bringing people to build the community and to develop the country as an exporter of the solutions, of the ICT solutions. The last and not the least is our DAS Foundation. Myself, I'm coming from the research field, the ICT research field. I was always promoting the idea that an ICT company cannot be only code writer. It cannot be only provider of the services. We should be in Moldova involved a lot in research projects. We should bring innovation into our work, because only in that case, having brilliant people with good ideas that we are promoting to our clients, providing them innovative solutions, then we will be able to be on the international market visible, and that everybody will count that Moldova exists an ICT provider. We are promoting a lot the Horizon 2020 and everything that is related with the European Union research domains. In the DAS Foundation and DAS Solution Company, we have 2 Horizon 2020 projects, and we are contributing to, together with other partners, to developing, for example, solutions, innovative solutions in agriculture. We are promoting a lot e-health sector, and our people are not only, I will repeat again, they're not only coding, they're also contributing with their ideas and innovation to resolve international projects. Our in-house products, more than telecom, which is a spin-off that came out from DAS Solution, we have 2 products. The first one is the Smart Block. It's a platform to manage the relationship and cooperation between condominium association and the inhabitants. On our market, by the way, it's a product that we will come on the market very soon. You will hear about this product. We've developed for the last year, like since January to 2020. This year, fortunately, was a successful one for us in this field. And we strongly believe that Moldova might be a region where we can test, implement, when inhabitants will benefit from our products. And based on that, we can go then outside in international markets. And as a test bench, Moldova might be a very good platform. And the second one is augmented reality app. It's an app that is making easier your communication, so you don't have to touch too much the person with whom you are communicating. You always have a database of the business cards, for example, and you always can have access to it. And it's a virtual interactive experience in real time. So at the same time, you can interact with the data that you have on the telephone, and you can contact the person whose information you have on the phone. And it might be used from the healthcare industry, ending with the promo, PR, and so on. Get in touch with us. We'll be more than glad to have you in the office. And we are looking for partners and investors that will contribute to our products and that will contribute to the development of the ICT field with the huge potential in the Republic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such positive messages, especially in the end. I'm happy to have DAS, a Moldovan company, being so successful. At the same time, we have a question from the audience. How are you niched in such industries such as finance, augmented reality, e-health? We also have the industry of telecom, which is pretty complicated, and you need a suited team in order to work in these fields.
Yeah, thank you for the question. The e-health and telecom are coming because I'm coming from the e-health, and the co-partner of the company is coming from the telecom. From there is coming the ideas. Yeah, from there is coming. Alex is coming from the field. I can strongly say that the fintech and the insurtech were chosen because at that time, in the beginning of 2010s, like 13s, that was hot at that time. And I'm proud to say that we educated our people in this field. So we didn't take it just as a granted. We could be able to provide solutions only if our people know how these markets work. And during the years, we developed them. We worked with our partners. Every client we are taking as a partner, it's not only a simple client from whom you are taking money and you are providing solutions. You are learning and you are contributing, as I mentioned. I'm coming from the research. I strongly believe if you are coming with a good proposal to the client or with an innovative solution to his problems, then they will accept it and they will be eager to contribute to the development of their products.
It's going to happen for sure. Thank you so much, Elena, for the pitch, and thank you for being with us. We're moving to the next, last but not least. It's Andrei Martinenko that we are inviting to our stage, virtual stage. Andrei Martinenko is the CTO and also the founder of Smart Data. Their company started after working together with the CEO of Smart Data in Silicon Valley. They used to work for various clients and products all around the world, including Europe, Asia, and America. Now they created a 100% Moldovan company, and Andrei is going to tell you more details about their team and what they're working on.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Marina. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I would like also to say thanks to the organizers of this great event, and for me to be on this stage is really great. I will start by saying that, like Marina previously mentioned, that we are a 100% owned Moldovan company. We are very proud of it because we were really comfortable 7 or 8 years ago with my today partner. We were doing our trade in Silicon Valley, living a comfortable life. We decided to get back to Moldova and start a business. Today, we are proud to be a team of 35 plus software developers. What we do is all due to the team. We have colleagues that are together with us since the beginning. Most of them have up to 20 years of experience. Of course, it creates a platform for the younger generation to be willing or to have a will to be in our company. We are very happy to have a lot of younger generation coming into our team. What is the market that we are trying to cover? It's the ICT. We talked about ICT today a lot. It's growing. IT exports in Moldova, I don't know if anybody mentioned it, but during last year and probably this year, the IT exports will be even bigger than the wine exports. So it's a big deal for Moldova, and we are very, very happy and lucky, I would say, that the Association of IT companies, together with the local government, have produced a friendly fiscal system where we can benefit, and being residents of Moldova IT Park has brought us a lot of opportunities to grow. Like I said, we are a web agency, a full service web agency. We do web and mobile applications. All the processes that are pretty standard for a decent company, we are implementing in terms of coding and different testing. I will not go into that, it's pretty boring. But what I would like to say is that our main language at the beginning for backend was PHP. We were very happy to implement most of our projects in PHP. Today we have a department of Python and Go, which are growing as languages. What I haven't mentioned in the presentation is that we are also a Salesforce integration company already. We have a few already personnel who have been accredited in Salesforce, so we are happy to move on in that direction also. As a full service company, you have to do all the cycle of a production, including design, wireframing, UX research, UI. We have very great creative team to do that. In terms of project management, usually our clients, they already have some instruments that are put in place. We have our processes also. So we are also able to help our clients to implement a project management system which will benefit not only the development part, but also the internal structure. And about our clients. One of our local clients has been Air Moldova. We are very happy that we were able to deliver the project. So that means that we are not only focusing in outsourcing, let's say, our resources, but really trying to give back to Moldova what we learned and our experience. So being able to produce for a local company was a big thing for us. Of course, we need to be present externally. We do participate in local bidding and international bidding, but the most important thing for us is the word of mouth. Most of our clients, or partners, I would like to say, never left us. We work with the same partners over the years, and it's really important to have their recommendation in the future. Of course, it's very trendy today to be part of the social media, so we do that, but we are not focusing in attracting many sales through social presence. We just want to be there so that people know about us. In terms of partnerships, I mentioned before, it's important that we call our clients, our customers, we call them partners. Why is that? You can see that we are delivering to different projects, not only in Moldova, like Air Moldova, FS, or Moldova Fruct. We've also delivered in projects in the US, Canada, Germany, UK, Sweden. If we talk about Sweden, I need to mention our one of the biggest partners in Sweden. It's a company, it's a web company also. We are partnering with them and doing multiple projects. Why we stand out? It's a question that many ask us. I would like to say again that we are a self-made company of 35 plus developers. This year we try to be at 50 specialists in 2021. That means that we are growing our internal, let's say, academy for the younger generation to be integrated into the company. Another point that I said at the beginning is that both I and my business partner have extensive experience in Silicon Valley, and we are very happy to bring it back home and use the valuable expertise in our company. Also, I'll get back to our team. A few members have 20 plus years of experience, but still the most important thing today is that we encourage them to do continuous development in terms of technical skill. Even if you are a super senior developer, they're still learning every day and implementing this culture into all the team members. Here is a graphic of our financial overview, let's call it. Over the past 7 years, we were growing about 15 to 20% in revenue. Over the last few years, since Moldova IT Park is in place, we managed to have even a bigger growth. You can see during 2020, we are projected to reach almost 1 million in euros in revenue, and we hope that we can grow even more in 2021. In terms of the pitching idea here, I would like to say that our goal is to increase the number of partners all over the world, especially strategic partners, maybe to be part of a group or to work together with an external company to provide backup for each other.
Thank you, Andy. This is really important to focus and to bring the examples of our Moldovan companies. We wanted to know as well what is your niche, because you basically discovered and let us know a little bit about your team and everything related to your activities. We want to know as well if you are focused on a specific area and niche.
Thank you for the question. So our niche, I always like to say that we engage into projects that most of other companies don't. So if the project is very custom, it's very special, it's something that we are really looking forward to. We don't have an industry which we are concentrated in. We have experience in telecom, in fintech. We have a project in healthcare and tourism and air companies. So I would say our niche is not an industry. Our niche is complexity. So the more the complex the project, the better for us and eventually for the client.
Exactly. Great. Thank you so much. And I'm pretty sure your niche is custom-made projects. And this being said, we are concluding our pitching sessions, and we actually want to tell you thank you for being here, for the attention, for all the participants who participated during this panel. But we also want to bring Special thanks to everyone watching us right now. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to learn more about the ICT sector in Moldova, but also to see 5 out of many Moldovan examples of ICT companies. I'm pretty sure that if you want to get more details, you can find them first on different websites that are related to Moldovan ICT sector, on the association website, as well. Please contact Moldovan Investment Agency in order for you to get a full picture of the investment profile for Moldova. This being said, please stay tuned for the next session, which is focused on BPO, in order to see as well as the sector overview, but also 5 more companies with the pitching sessions and presenting you their success stories. Stay tuned with us, and do not forget to give a share and a like.